I met John at a conference, looked at the software, and immediately said this is going to be a time saver. It's going to make things so much easier rather than spreadsheets, and more informative for the doctors, better feedback.
It makes your job auditing easier. It takes all of the hassles of auditing and truly makes it much easier for you.
And I've looked at other software out there, and there's just nothing that I've found that I like the layout. I like how the functionality of it works. I can use Intelicode for procedures and still be able to get a report with the data items that I want.
I think the software is very user-friendly. I think that it allows you to be able to do the education for the physicians and be able to justify how you got to the level of visit that you got to. I think it's an awesome audit tool as well as an educational tool.
It's just, there's no comparison. With an Excel spreadsheet to paper, you're constantly having to reiterate statements, whereas in the Intelicode system you can pop a macro in there that says review systems incomplete to support, and it gives that physician feedback immediately.
I love the reporting, and I also love the fact that when I first started auditing charts, I really had no experience with formal audits, and the product guides you through everything that you need to effectively audit charts, and the reporting is superb. I love the issues and recommendations report. It's very helpful to me in reporting back to my physicians.
I would never go back to doing it on paper. It automates my thought process. So it's like I would think how to do it anyway, and it just makes it easier.
It automates exactly what I do. It makes my life so much easier. I would hate to try to do this job without it.
First of all, I like the lack of having to use reams of paper, the uniformity of the reports, and uniformity of the auditors.
What I really like about the software is that when you hover over different areas, you get your explanation of what that means down below. It's very helpful and has been very useful.
The ease in being able to take the results from an audit and have them in a report form rather than doing them on a manual process, it cuts out a step, and it's a real labor-intensive step.
The lack of having to use paper for your audit tools and the ease of just going in and building a practice and doing clicks.
If I had to go back to paper, I would quit auditing. First of all, it's like, hi Marvel, how are you doing? It's a very family type relationship, and it's not like I'm calling a big software company where they don't know me.
A+ rating. From the time that I first started using the software, if I ever had any questions, there was always a friendly person to answer the phone.
And they listen to you, and they try and make it better. They may try to make it more adaptable for you, more user-friendly.
The customer service is wonderful. I'm probably not very computer savvy, so most of the time my problems are the user, and they've always been very helpful and timely in getting things handled for me.
Whether it be a hardware issue, a user issue, or a coding and auditing issue, they've always been able to answer my questions timely.
I've called several times, and every single time somebody's gotten on the phone with me right away. It's always been excellent.
And they don't ever have to say, let me look into it and I'll call you back. You get the answer immediately.
It couldn't be better. Every time I change laptops, I always need just that little bit of help, and they're always there to help.
One time I freaked out on the weekend and I didn't even think about calling customer service. I posted something on the listserv, and the next thing I knew, somebody called and talked me through my problem. Didn't even think about calling for service, but I got it anyway.